This guide will assume that you are watching this video because you're having a hard time defeating this boss, and it will use the best and consistent method to accomplish this goal while also explaining the move patterns of the boss. First, we need to go over our setup. We will use a full set of any upgraded Night Stalker armor. In this example, I will use Shadewalker due to its movement speed increase. Any upgraded variant of the Gravedigger's Ring. Same as Shadewalker, I will use Dawnrunner due to its movement speed. For our weapon, we will use a Merciless Copper Mace. Something that I want to note is that axes are also good for this fight. We want to stay close to Lidia in this fight, and Axe Q also has its small leap. But for me personally, Mace feels better and covers more distance, so I use Mace. Traveler's Wrap for increased maximum health, and our gear level should be 41. This is overkill. You don't need a Merciless Mace or an upgraded ring, but of course these things will make this and a few other fights that follow after this one a lot easier because of such high gear level. For our spells, we will use Chaos Volley and Bloodright. Chaos Volley has insanely high damage, especially if you land both shots, and we will use Bloodright just as a safety net in case we mess up our footwork at some point. For our blood, we can use any type, but preferably warrior since we are using mace, so the consistent physical damage increase is going to be very useful. And lastly, if you have Enchanted or Ferocity Brews, you can use them to further increase your spell and physical power. Now that we have our setup, let's go over Lydia's attacks. Lydia's standard attack is Row Shot. She will fire 5 chaos arrows in a row. If they hit you, they will do high damage and inflict Ignite upon you. Lydia can go invisible, and while she is, she will use this time to reposition. Her second attack is Arrow Barrage. She will say,
"Think on your feet,"
and fire 8 arrows that will do damage in an area and leave the ground scorched and making you burn if you run over it. Her signature move is Hyper Shot. She will fire an arrow in the air and say,
"Time to take a chance."
Shortly after, no matter where you stand, the arrow will fall directly where you are and deal high damage in a large area while also leaving the ground scorched. Now that we know Lydia's attacks, let's go over our strategy. Lidia is very easy to trick with her Row Shot. When we see her Row Shot animation start, we will walk circularly and she will miss. If we dodge this at close range, we can hit her the entire time as she is casting her arrows. During her Arrow Barrage, we will do nothing but dodge the AoE. These shots come out and land fast. This is by far her most dangerous attack. When she uses Hyper Shot, as the AoE appears, we will use our Veil or our Mace Q to escape the arrow. We have to make sure that our Veil or Mace Q are up at all times so we can dodge this attack. Make no mistake, you can be highly aggressive in this fight. You can use your Veil or Mace Q to constantly stay on top of Lidia to take her down very fast, but you must keep one of those two things up for Hyper Shot. Personally, I like to use my Veil aggressively and save Q for her Hyper Shot. In summary, walk circularly to avoid her Row Shot. If you manage to avoid this at close range, you can do high damage by the time she is finished. During Arrow Barrage, focus only on dodging and repositioning. Use your Veil aggressively to take Lidia down quickly. Veil increases damage on your next primary attack. When she uses Hyper Shot, escape the AoE with Mace Q. Now that we are prepared, let's hunt.
Taking me on, huh? That's a gamble. Time to take a chance. Think on your feet. Time to take a chance. Time to take a chance. Think on your feet. Never lost before at anything.
I hope this guide was useful. If it was, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more of these guides or V-Rising content in general, you can subscribe because I have a lot of plans of making content on this game in the future. Have a great rest of your day, and good hunting.